I want to dig into this a bit more. Let's bring in Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins and Sheila Walker, the president of the National Education Association Dallas. Ms. Walker, we just asked Superintendent Mike Hinojosa how he plans to enforce this rule, and he told us anyone without a mask will be asked to leave. Does that put teachers in a bad spot, possibly forcing them to kick students out of class?
Well, according to what we have said at TSTA, and that's our state affiliation with Dallas ISD, with NEA Dallas. So we are agreeing with what Dr. Hinojosa is saying and listening to the pediatrics and the scientists and making those calls. We want to do what's best for our students and our parents and our staff, because we feel safer with the mask on. I just believe that Dr. Hinojosa has made a bold decision and a powerful decision. And so we appreciate that from NEA Dallas, that we will continue to do what's best and what's safe for all of our students.
But I guess I want to circle back to my question, which was, does that put teachers in a bad spot, possibly forcing them to kick students out of class?
Well, it may be, but I think what we need to do is what we had intentionally said at NEA Dallas, that we would encourage students and parents to put on masks. We wasn't going to force them because it wasn't mandated, but we will encourage students to put on masks because we know that it's safe. Now, putting students out of class, we just have to figure out what's best for everybody. And I think once the school and the students see that we're doing what's best for them, I don't think we'll have a problem, because working in schools, I noticed today, I saw a student come in the building, he did not have his mask on, and I said, we are requiring you to put on mask, and I immediately handed him a mask, and he just took the mask and put it on, and he, was in his high school that I'm talking about. So I think that we will continue to enforce these measures as long as we can, and so we just have to, figure those things out as we get them and figure them out about need-based, need, is necessary. But
right.
I don't think we'll get a big pushback from parents.
Yeah, I just do want to make the distinction, though, encouraging is one thing. This is not what DISD is talking about. They're talking about requiring the mask. So I do want to make that distinction. But I also want to bring in Judge Jenkins, because, you also instituted a mask requirement, Judge, in Commissioner's Court, which fairly ruffled a few feathers. Do you think you and Dr. Hinojosa are on solid legal ground?
I do. I think the governor's orders are unenforceable. I think that in this situation, the governor is choosing to not respond to an emergency, like a lifeguard that is choosing to not save a life, but he's stopping everyone else from doing it as well. The law doesn't give him the authority to stop an emergency response. And I think we're on strong legal footing. I think Michael Hinojosa is a great man. Martin Luther King said that a great man is one who knows that he was not put on this earth to be a part of a process that hurts a child. And by that definition, what DISD did today was a great thing led by a great man. I'm so proud of DISD. If you're on a school board, if you are a school superintendent, I hope you will stand up and follow. Somebody has to be first. So there are people standing up now. Join us, and let's do what's necessary to protect the public health.
I do have to point out, though, Judge, we teach our children that part of living in society is obeying rules, even if they don't agree with those rules. When Shelley Luther ripped up your cease and desist order and said she was going to keep her salon open because she didn't agree with that rule, she was very rightly criticized. How is this any different?
We don't believe Governor Abbott has an enforceable order. The law says that for instance, a county judge is entitled to pass certain orders. The law doesn't give the governor the ability to tell superintendents how to run their schools on this issue. If it did, the governor wouldn't have it on the call for the special session is one of the things that he wants the legislature to give him the power to do. What he's done is he's looked at polls. He said, this is what my donors and some of my primary voters want to see. And so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm hoping that nobody is going to call me on it. We're calling him on it.
And one last thing before I let you go here, are you going to then encourage other school districts in Dallas County, Richardson ISD, Carrollton Farmers Branch, to also make it a requirement to wear a mask?
I hope that they'll do that. Look, when we follow the science in a pandemic, we do well, as we've seen. And when we don't do that, and we just do whatever is politically expedient at the moment, we do poorly. And I hope, I hope the governor has seen that and is seeing it happen again now. And look, it's not too late for us all to come together. The governor's not the enemy. Nobody is the enemy except for that virus. We need to come together. Science needs to lead the way. We need to listen to our doctors, and more people need to step up and say, I'm going to do what's right to protect my school, my business, my hospital, my family.
All right, Judge Jenkins, Ms. Walker, thank you very much for your time and putting all that in
Thank you.
context.